Well, family, again, this is I'm so excited. Like I'm just bursting through the seams, everyone, because we have with us a phenomenal guest today. You may have seen him on TV, you may have seen him on the internet, but he's making waves all across America. His name is Adonis Hill. Adonis, but you know what? Before I even go further, I want Adonis to tell you more about himself because he's here. So, Adonis, thank you so much, sir, for talking with us today. Can you tell us more about who you are?
Thank you for so much for having me. So pretty much, I'm a trainer from Brooklyn, New York. I once was overweight, and I knew the struggles of being overweight. I had a great investment that I lost out on, and from there I suffered from depression and gained weight quickly. I shot up to like 310 pounds, and I was actually suicidal at that point. And one of my best friends came out, and he's like, you got to get your life together, bro. Like, you cannot sit here in this house, and you can't, just sit here and gain weight. You got to get out, walk, something, or just come walk with me. So, at first it started with like a car ride, from borough to borough in New York. And he started, motivating me, pepping me up. And then, then it started from me going outside walking. And so I dedicate walking walking saved my life. That's what I always say, right? And that's why I'm so passionate about walking, right? And not only did it save my life in a physical way, but like spiritually, I was able to step my spiritual game up, because I felt like that during walking was my time of stillness, right? My only time where I can just, it's just me and messages from God was just coming in, flowing in, you know what I mean? And that was my time where like my life did a 360. Prior to that, I used to work for the fire department as an EMT, and which was a great job. So I was always into helping people, but I didn't realize in what capacity or how I wanted to. And recently, I was on a reality show called Fit to Fat to Fit on A&E, and that show I had to gain 70 pounds to lose. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, right?
Wow.
To gain it, and for my client and I to lose it together. So, and that, that was honestly a test of, to see if my spiritual game, right? If it's up, because not only was the food part is easy, I can eat food, right? And I love to eat food. So the gaining was the easy part, but it's like, it was the part of me going back to the old self, right?
My God.
That man I was when I was overweight, right? Because that's the depressed guy. That's the guy that didn't care about, anything or how he looked. And to see that I had to go back into these old clothing, right? I had to break the, it was a test. And, and I overcame it. And I think that's because I worked on my mind before I worked on my body.
Wow. I mean, when I saw the show, guys, and if you have not seen this series or Adonis's show, I'm telling you, I mean, when you talk about like your spirituality and your emotions, etc. First of all, I mean, what you went through, and then I was so scared for you. I was scared for you when I watched it, because your health was impacted almost, and I mean, it was really scary. And I thought about it. Wow, this guy is putting the weight back on. I wonder how he really feels. And, the show did such a great job at documenting all of that. I mean, can you explain to us, you talked about like the old man. What did that feel like? Even though you had prepared your mind and your spirit for it, what are some of the things that you experienced while you were putting the weight back on?
Well, I experienced like one of the things that I hated the most about having a lot of weight on me before was like man boobs, right? So my thing was like I hated those, because I'm at the pool, I gotta wear a t-shirt, you know what I mean? And or if I'm in the summertime, I have to wear, an undershirt on top, under my regular shirt, so I can kind of like compact it in, right? Almost like a bra. So it's to go back to that stage, because when I finally got my chest down, I was excited. You know what I mean? There was a part in the Eddie Murphy movie
Mm-hmm.
where he was like the clumps, and
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, I lost my man boobs," and he's running around when he
Right.
had lost the weight.
Right.
Right,
Right.
and that's how I felt for the first time. Like,
Wow.
man, I lost it. So, and for me to go back, and as soon as I gain weight, they come back. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And to see that, I was like, wow, man, like, this is something. And for a while, I had to look in the mirror from like the head up. And a lot of times
Mm.
that's what we do. We don't like full body mirrors, right? Because full body mirrors tell us the truth, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you see so we focus on everything above, when we don't focus
Jesus.
on, right? So maybe our face game be on point, right? Our haircut,
Yes.
our face, you know what I
Right.
mean? Women, the
Yes.
makeup be on point,
Yep.
but it's on, and the cover up game be on point, right? Because
Right.
we try to do everything to cover up. So how can we cover up the best? So, it was a challenge, but what I did keep telling myself that it's only temporary, and God will see me through. Like, keep your mind focused on God, keep your mind focused on the prize, and before you know it, it'll be this too shall pass, right?
Wow.
It's just temporary. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is, I think when you mention that a lot of people can resonate with that. I mean, I know I talk to a lot of women a lot of times, and even some gentlemen as well. And the keeping your head game, if you will, intact, although super important. I know for me personally, it can also be a hindrance because again, my hair could be tight, my face may be beat, to the gods, as they say, but what am I doing to help my body?
Right.
You can dress the
Right.
stuff up, but at the end of the day, if you are tired, I mean, busted and disgusted, you're not looking at yourself in the mirror. I mean, I know so many women and men can relate to that. I mean, you talk about, man boobs or what have you. For women,
Mm-hmm.
because of course we already have boobs, if you will, right? But the back fat, I mean,
Right.
come on now, the back
Mm-hmm.
fat and all of that. And it's like, women, who is that in the mirror? I'm looking, oh, that's me, and it's almost
Right.
like an out of body experience
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, wait a minute, is that me? And especially if it does not match how you feel about yourself. And it's this huge disconnect. And of course, you talk about that depression. I'm telling you, I mean, oh my gosh. I know that May, that is, was Mental Health Awareness Month, but something I like to talk about, when I can. That thing is so major. So you talk about your health and even the emotions, and you don't hear a lot of guys talk about that. So I really appreciate how you
Oh yeah.
have talked about that.
Yeah, and it's when I realized why I was depressed, and it was because I didn't have my health. So once I got my health, not only do you feel better about yourself, but remember, also when you feel better about yourself, you approach life differently, right? So like you have more confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Once you have more confidence in yourself, you excel quickly.
Wow.
So it's all about. So when I always wear this shirt, it's you versus you, right? Because I believe we blame a lot of people for our shortcomings, right? But at the end of the day, it's you that's responsible for you, and that's the only person that can get you out of what you're going through, right? So if you focus on you and focus on making a better you become better. Things will happen positive because you got to get all that negativity away from you, right? Because
Wow.
you want negativity attracts more negativity, right? So you'll stay in that negative realm because now you have negative people, like what I mean, like oh I feel bad. I'm like, yeah, I understand why you feel bad, and you should because you don't need those people. You need positivity around, right? So once you feel positive about yourself, once you get that light shining, that will come to you. It's like like if you keep that light on in the porch, right? All those flies in the middle of the night, they're gonna hit that light. Light, attracts positive people. So it's so much deeper than just like losing weight. You know what I mean? It's just like it's so much. You got to get that mind right. So I practice me getting that mind right first. So when my client on the show, I gave her before I even met her. I gave her like affirmations to tell herself every day. You know what I mean? Just to kind of, so she had to start to believe that not only that she is a great person, but that she will lose the weight. Because you have to believe it first.
Wow.
Right? If you can believe it, you can achieve it, right? So and she has to see herself smaller. I'm like, I asked her, do you see yourself smaller? And for the first couple of weeks and almost a month, she's like, no. But that's her life. So I actually kind of like reset her, like reboot her.
Wow.
You know what I mean? To reprogram her whole thinking, you know? So it's so much deeper than just going to the gym and starting on that machine. Like, we got to get ourselves spiritually inclined and mentally, just got to get it together. But God is always the answer for me, you know?
Wow.
That's like my cheat code. Like, what are you going to do? Oh, God. It's true.
Oh, my
gosh. You know?
Sure. Now, what do you tell yourself, and what can you share with us about, you know, when you're on those machines, if you will, you're taking that walk, you're taking that hike, and physically, you know, your body may want to give out. You know, what are some of the things that you would tell yourself or you would recommend for us?
Okay, so with me, like, you know, it's like I said, keeping our eyes on the prize. So if you know you want to lose X amount of weight, you just keep going, because the goal is to set goals, and that's what you have to do. You have to set goals for yourself, and realistic goals. So now you can't lose 10 pounds in 1 week, so don't set that as a goal, because you're not going to hit it. So of course you're going to feel like you failed. You got to set realistic goals: 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds a week.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Those are the things that you have to set, because you'll find yourself coming up short, and you want to keep motivated, and also having people with this as you around. That's my main thing. You know, find a gym partner, find somebody that you can, you know, you guys can do it together, right? Because we can't do this alone. It's hard. It's hard alone.
Wow.
So if you're in the house, ask your family, ask them, like, listen, I know I'm the one trying to lose weight, but I need all you guys to come together and eat healthy with me, just for me, please. I can do whatever y'all want when I'm not here, but when I'm here, can we all eat healthy together? Can we all go walk? Can we all do this? You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
It feels, yeah.
So
those are like, it's like those are the tricks.
So So it's basically, that's a whole, oh my gosh. So basically, because a lot of people who, you know, may have a big family or small family or whatever, it's hard to stay focused when, you know, if you're fixing food for your children or your spouse or what have you, or you're ripping and running. So you're saying that you have to involve everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right. As a community, right? That's how, and this is the reason why I'm doing this walk, right? It's like my best friend came and helped me, so I decided that I'm going to be everyone else's best friend, and I'm going to come to help you. With the show, everyone that, you know, was asking for advice, and like, you know, I need advice. I gave the advice, right? I give the real, but sometimes that's just not enough. So people are like, you know, well, I need that motivation. I need, you know, to meet you. And everyone can't come to New York, you know, but guess what? I can come to everyone. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can go to everyone. So my thing is, like I'm going to come to you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Wherever you at, even if I could have waited for, like, these huge sponsorships, and which I was, but they wasn't coming up, you know, they wasn't reacting fast enough.
Sure.
So I said, you know what, forget y'all. When y'all ready to help me out, you know, you can help me out. But in the meantime, thousands, like, you know, last year 300,000 people died of obesity-related diseases.
Oh my God.
You know, the numbers just for suicidal depression is right there next to that. So you're talking about almost 600,000 people with the two dying. And I'm not going to sit around another day for a corporate sponsorship. I have 2 feet. I can walk. So then I'll just walk to you guys. And I figure it out. And if you're around, you want to walk with me, I'm out here. And I'm going to set up events, set up meetups. And let's do this together, you know.
That's so exciting.
That's the only way.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, when I saw and read more about your movement on social media, I was just like, wow, I hope he comes to Maryland. You know. But when you talk the Adonis Moves America, you know, you kind of talked a little bit about it, but tell us exactly what Adonis Moves America is.
So Adonis Moves America, originally it was me. It was myself, and then I added on my dog, right? And unfortunately, just before I left, she sprained her tail.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know. So it was actually a dog that was donated to me by my client, and she had to suffer from depression, and the dog helped her get over her depression. So she said, you know what, I'm going to donate my dog to the movement to help others get over depression. Wow. So that was a great backstory within itself. But then, you know, she was playing, and her tail sprained, and I opted to keep her home until she gets better. And then also I wanted to find out the conditions out here first before I just tag along the dog. Like, you know, I have to go through it. She doesn't have to go through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the goal is to go to each major city or anywhere, but I'm going to the major cities that, especially the ones that suffer from obesity-related diseases, obesity problems, and there goal is to meet up with people, get them moving, and to become and make this almost like an infectious thing, right? So if I can affect one person, I need them to affect two, and then vice versa, and just, you know, spread the word. And I need trainers involved because it's not about me. So the one thing I let trainers know now, it's not about me. It's actually about you guys. So when I come to your town, I come to your city, I want to work with you and to spread the word. And the goal is when I'm there is to leave these people with you. So, like, we cannot do this alone. So, you know, the style of us, you know, the new wave of trainers is like, you know, for self, no more. Like, the goal, we became trainers to help people, right? It's almost like you take an oath. So this is what we must do to help people get in shape, you know? And that's the goal, to raise awareness and to get people up and, you know, get them out of depression and giving them hope, you know, that they can be, you know, they can exceed, they can excel, they can be who they want to be. Like, it's so much deeper than just weight loss. It's just like get out and move. And I have a supplement company called Goal Supplements, right? And I named it, the acronym is GOAL, but the acronym is Get Out and Live, right? And that's the goal, right? So, and yeah, I just want people to get out, man. I feel like people not just dying on the outside, they're dying on the inside. They just, come on, like, what happened? Like, people are different, right?
It's so true. We don't go outside like we used to. We don't move, and, you know, we're sitting behind our smart devices, our laptops. And, you know, what's interesting is that sometimes I myself don't even realize that I may not have moved that day. I'm like, wait a minute, did I go outside and get fresh air today? Did I even move away? You know, and I'm like, that can't be good. Like, it's just something about that. It just cannot be good. So I think that it's so important. And what I appreciate mostly as well about what you've done is you were able to change your, not only, of course, inside, but your physique. Like, you know, it was so inspirational. And some of the other clients on the show as well, they were able to change their physique. I mean, so that is like so inspirational. We talk about like changing yourself and the confidence that you'll get and that it's possible.
And it's definitely possible. And the thing is, like, and I've been there, and I walked up. No, I walked in your shoes. So, and that's the reason why I did the show. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're crazy." I got high blood pressure during the show. It was like, I think my blood pressure was like 180 over like 140. It was ridiculous. I could have stroked out, and that's the reason why I went to the hospital because I felt it. And being an EMT from before, I knew the signs and symptoms. So. But, you know, my thing is, like, it's so crazy that when the producer's like, you know, and the doctor's like, oh, you know, you can die. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I got on my side, so I know I'm not going to die. Right. It's all worth it because I need people to see this. Like, you know, this is the reality. And watch me beat this high blood hypertension by losing the weight. So as soon as I lost the weight, guess what? The hypertension went away. And that's what I need people to see. That's the reality. Like, I'm going to show you the real. I ain't got time to play no more. People are dying. Wow. The old way must not be working. There's so many people dying. So let me do it my way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go against the grain a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right. You know what I thought was so convicting, quite honestly? The food that you were eating to gain weight as you begin to kind of like get sick, that was the kind of food that, like, lots of us eat every single day.
Right.
You know, I'm like, wait a minute. He's not eating like a big old volcano. He's eating stuff that we like eat on a regular basis, and he's sick.
On a regular basis. Sick. And that's why I made sure that I did that because every time I go to my client, or when my clients used to come to me, I used to ask them, what do you eat every day? And this is the regular stuff that they would eat every day, and they didn't even realize it. Right. So I said, I'm not going to go far from that. I'm going to eat exactly what everyone else eats, and what I used to eat because I was 310 one time. So it gives you, because you don't realize it, because look how weight works, right? 1 pound. You don't see 1 pound. You can't see 1 pound gain on you, right? So you don't see it. So if you gain a pound a week, right, which is so easy to do, or, you know, think about how many weeks is in a year. And sometimes you don't see it until, like, 30 pounds up. And you're like, whoa. Like, cause it's like it's almost like, how your eyes adjust to the light,
Yes.
It's almost like your eyes adjust to the weight.
Yes. So true. Until you put something on, I'm like, oh, let me put this blazer on.
Right.
And you feel like, wait a minute, I feel like the Incredible Hulk. I'm bursting out the seams. What's going on? What's
right?
Going on?
Especially if you're gaining weight during seasons, right?
Right.
If you've been wearing summer clothes, now you're in the winter, you're like, whoa, and you put this clothes on.
Right.
Wait, my pants don't fit. Or you go to your grandmother's house.
Okay.
And you're like, baby, you gained some weight there.
Because grandma going to tell you about yourself.
They're going to tell you. They're going to tell you. So that is.
Wow. Absolutely. And I'm like, you hurt my feelings, Grandma. I'm hurt. I'm hurt over here.
Somebody had to do it, baby.
My feelings is hurt. Right. It's so true. And you look up, or that dreadful moment when you have to hop on the scale.
Yeah, but what's funny is that we need that. Right. That's the truth. Sometimes we don't, we have friends and no one wants to give us the truth. Not because, it's just like they don't want to hurt your feelings, but we need somebody to say, yo, listen, hey, look, you're getting a little big there.
Wow. Jesus.
We need it. We need to be accountability.
Right. Oh, my God. Well,
you need that.
Yeah, I'm so happy that, that from what you're doing. And I'm also excited about an event that's going to be here in the DMV. So funny, the DMV. I used to think that was the MVA, but here in the DMV, which stands for the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, we have an event coming up. My husband and I are hosting you, sir, Adonis Hill. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, we are so excited. And there's a gym, which is interesting, that my husband is going to bring all of his gym friends and some of the people that he works with out, because it's right there next to the park. Yep. And so I'm going to just share this event with my network, because I know that lots of us, and for me, in my space, if you will, there's like lots of business women and moms, etc., who do so much for everybody else, and we don't take the time for ourselves. So I'm just so excited, and I have my walking shoes on. So now, what should we do to prepare for this event, and what will we be doing at this event?
Well, we will be working out. We want to do like a walk, because that's the goal. But after the walk, we want to do like a mini boot camp, right? So only thing you need is water and dedication, and and ready to have, willing to go hard. You know what I mean? I'm not going to OD on people. I don't OD, but I do make sure we get a nice workout in, right? So you can definitely feel it. But just come excited, because I'm excited. Like,
wow.
I'm a while out. We're going to have mad fun.
Okay.
It's, but we got to get moving. And then what I do need people to do is after is kind of spread the word. Yeah. Not just about this walk, but to spread it to their family, their friends. Like, yo, listen, we need to start getting moving. Would you walk with me around the block for lunch? Would you walk with me up the stairs? Walk with me. That's the goal. Just like, I need you to spread the word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my main goal.
Now, you also have, I believe I saw a GoFundMe out there, because I know that it cannot be cheap to go from place to place, from state to state, city to city. Where can people link up with you and support you?
All right, so GoFundMe is the GoFundMe.com / Adonis Moves America. So that's Adonis Moves America. You can go to that GoFundMe. I would appreciate whatever you can give. That'll definitely help me move through the country. It's a big. I've walked from Delaware to here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So and let me tell you something. Shout out to my boy Ray, because he taught me about camping. So I had a crash course in camping. I've never been camping a day in my life until 5 days ago.
Wow.
Where I was in Reading State Park. And
I
bought all this camping gear.
I said, get out of here.
Oh yeah. And I've been camping for the last 9 till like 2 days ago that I actually, was able to be in a bed. But for like 4 days, I was out in the wilderness trying to come over here. I tried the other day to go on the street. On the highway, the 301. I think that is on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge highway. State trooper said he pulled me, came over, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm walking to California." He's like, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, oh yeah." He's like, "That sounds cool," but I explained everything I was doing, and he's like, "This is amazing, but unfortunately, you can't walk on this highway." Well, I said, I don't know how to get to my hotel from here. So, you know, and it was funny. He's like, you know what? I can send you to another highway, another little side street, but you won't get to your hotel. How about let me donate this ride to you to get to the hotel?
Oh my
And I was
goodness.
like, wow. And the state trooper, right? So I'm like, wow. You know, and
That's
he's like, that's what it's
awesome.
about. He's like, people helping you move through the country as well as you help them move.
Hmm.
So take this ride as that. Don't, because I was a little upset. I'm like, man, I really wanted to walk. And he was like, no, you know, people are helping you move, and that's the goal. You help them move, they help you move. Just move through this country, brother. And I was like, wow. And
Wow. That's
yeah. State
awesome.
Trooper Baker, actually his name was State Trooper
Oh
Baker.
my goodness.
Uh-huh.
That is so
Yeah.
powerful. That is
Cool.
so powerful. You know, and that God,
Unity, that's the goal.
yeah, that God will provide, all the things that we need for our
Right.
mission. As you know, we've all heard the old adage, we take one step, God will take two, etc. And it's so true. Like, people make up
I
stuff
was
because,
definitely
stuff
walking in faith.
may not be in the Bible, but but I heard it somewhere, right? But we always hear that. And it's the truth. When we kind of make our move, God makes his move, and he gives us all that we
Right.
need to carry out our mission. Well, Mr. Hill, thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We are, stoked. I cannot wait for
Oh, me too. I'm
Tuesday.
excited. We about to have some.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So people can bring their families with them as well.
Please,
Okay.
bring everybody. You know, bring the dogs if you have to.
Okay,
No
absolutely.
excuses. Everybody.
So
You
can
know,
you,
we're gonna have fun and enjoy it.
so now how can people get in contact with you?
Oh well, you can also go to my. You know, I have the Facebook and the Instagram and the Twitter is Body by Adonis, BODY Adonis. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also email me at FlyFit University. That's FLYFIT University .com at gmail.com. That's actually my manager. She you spoke to Sarissa, amazing, right?
Yes,
She's
she
so
is.
into the cause.
Yes, she
Oh
is.
man, she believes in me and the cause and believes in people.
Marissa is the
So this
bomb.
is a God sent unit. Yeah. So yeah, and I'm here, and if you want me to host or come to your event and get people moving in your area, let us know. I'm staying in every area as long as they need me. So there's no time frame of like when I'm gonna be, how long I'm staying in every area. It's like I'm going where I'm needed, and I stay as long as I have to, as long as I get people moving.
Wow.
And that's the goal, because I don't want to be walking and people aren't moving, because then it defeats the purpose.
Right.
All this walking, you know what I mean? That's like 12 miles a day. I need
Whoa.
that to be good. Yeah, and the other day I did 23 miles. I
23
just kept going.
miles.
I know, I just kept going like Forrest Gump.
Now, what are you doing to take care of your feet, sir? Walking
Yeah,
many
well, I
miles.
have moleskins. I
Uh-huh.
bought like moleskins, and then when I do rest, I rest.
Yeah.
The reality. Thank God I haven't had any blisters yet, but the reality, they may come. But it's whatever, man. Like, I'm just so into this movement. I know God has me. I'm working in blind faith because, every day is different. Like where I'm gonna go and how I'm gonna get there. I just know I gotta get there. So,
Wow, we're
it's all
excited.
about God now with this one.
Wow. Well, I'm just, guys, whew, oh my goodness. I know that everyone who has listened to this and what Adonis has been sharing, if you guys are not excited, motivated, inspired to get out of there and just get out of here and just move, I don't know what else will take. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy to be on this journey. And even after you leave town, sir, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep on moving. Like I said, I shared with you earlier that I understand the weight gain yo-yo, and I'm back on it.
Right.
But when I say back on it, just really respecting myself and treating myself with respect and wellness and all of that. And this is a part of it.
I like that.
Yeah. I don't want to cheat myself out of being well and being healthy. And this comes at the perfect time. So, well, guys, I know, again, that you are so much better off now. And you'll see all the contact details in the description of this podcast. To subscribe, visit